This is Tony Medina, MMAnews.com here in San Jose, California at the HP Pavilion with Herschel Walker. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing well. Hanging in there.
Good. Well, tell me about your fight coming up this Saturday. What have you done to prepare? You're coming off an injury. You've been off for a while, so you've had a lot of time to really prepare for this fight and for your opponent. What things have you really honed in on your training in this camp?
Well, what I wanted to do a great deal of, which was something I was really liking, was my ground game. I want to do a lot more in my wrestling game and also my jiu-jitsu, even though jiu-jitsu is an art that it takes years to really master. But what you want to do is get the understanding of it, get the hips, the hip movement, and certain things that I do, and to learn the defense of certain things. And so I wanted to familiarize myself with that a little bit.
Good. And so now you're at a point where you feel comfortable with that. You've come to, like I said, a comfort zone with your ground game. How do you feel with your stand-up?
My stand-up has always been pretty good, and I'm feeling better with it. And I think being an AKA at a camp that has a lot of fighters, that you have to step into the ring 3 times a week with those guys, they sooner or later learn you to keep those hands up, and you better learn to punch or you're going to get hit a lot.
And now tell me a little bit about the transition. You've probably been asked this question a lot, but coming from a pro football player, then taking time off, and coming from not just a pro football player, but a legendary pro football player who had a great career, really no reason to have to get in the public eye again and take on another sport. What's your driving factor? What really motivates you to continue competing and fighting?
Well, I think the athleticism of this sport here. When I saw this years ago, it was like a tough man contest. I remember watching Horace Gracie go up against a guy 280 pounds, and I thought it was tough. It was a tough sport. But they added the weight classes, they added different rules in it. It really made it a legitimate sport. And I thought some of these guys here are some of the best athletes in the world. You watch what they do, they're like technicians. It's like a human chess match. And at that time, I said, I'd love to be a part of that, never knowing that I ever have the opportunity to. And so I thank Strikeforce and Showtime for putting me on just to give me that chance to do it.
Outstanding. Now, the other day I read somewhere that you said you could help any NFL team out there right now at 48 years old, and you feel you could go in and be a contributing factor, to a successful team. What makes you say that? Is it something you're seeing in the running backs today, or something you're seeing in the league? I mean, what makes you feel that confident?
Well, one of the things that make me feel that I can do that is I've trained myself since I was little, and I train a lot of guys during the whole season. I work with them, and my speed is still there. And right now I'm probably in the best condition I've ever been in, and I know because I'm a little bit more wiser, I'm a little bit more mature, that right now I can go contribute to an NFL team if I had to. Not saying I was going to, and that's what was so strange when I made a statement that I can do it. I said I was answering a question, and now everybody said I'm coming back. And I said, no, I'm not coming back right now. I said, I got to worry about Scott Carson. This is a tough sport, and I said that if you get your mind off of it for a little bit, you may get hurt. But I said there's no doubt in my mind that I can go out there and play today.
Okay. And now, is that something that I know your mind is 100% on this fight, but let's just go over the fight for a quick second. And after your MMA career is done, is football something you want to go back to in coaching ranks, or maybe playing, maybe not, but at least do you want to be a part of the NFL and a part of the game?
Well, I think it'd be hard to say, and the reason I say that is, I have a little boy, and I said being a dad is so important to me. My father is still alive, and he was so special to me, and I said, I think it's my little boy's time, and that's what I was talking about this sport here. I said I'm very fortunate to be doing it at my age here, but this is a young man's sport. I tell you, it is tough when you go into that gym and how hard this sport really is, and my hat is off to all the fighters. But I say, being a dad is so important, and I want to be a leader for my little boy. So I said maybe time for me to lay all the athletic ability down and let him become the little motivating factor to me.
Good. And now, speaking of your little boy, if he comes to you and says, Dad, I don't know, MMA or football, which way are you going to steer him towards?
Well, one thing that I did, and it was early on, is I told him whatever he decides, I'm going to be with him, and it'll be his decision. Right now, he's a gymnast, and it was so strange because when he was 6, he was the fastest kid in the state of Texas for 6 to 12-year-olds. He went undefeated in the 100 and the 50, and at the end of the track season, he goes, Dad, I don't want to run anymore. And I'm thinking, what? He said, I want to be a gymnast. I didn't say anything, and right now he's doing real well at it. And I just say, you know, I'm a supporter no matter what he do. I love him to death, and I think that's what my parents did to me. They let me decide what I wanted to do, and by their encouragement, I think it helped me to be where I'm at today.
Good. And now, last question for you: Super Bowl pick. Who do you think is going to win, and why?
I'm taking Pittsburgh. I'm taking Pittsburgh because they've been there before. Even though Green Bay has been playing well, I tell you, Green Bay has played very well. Aaron Rodgers has been on fire. But I think Pittsburgh is going to come out with that defense and really make Aaron Rodgers throw the ball. They're going to make Green Bay throw the ball. They're going to stop Green Bay run, really forcing the throw, and they're going to put the pressure on Aaron. And what has really surprised me more than anything is Ben moving in the pocket. You know, everyone was saying Ben was moving in the pocket, and I remember thinking Ben has never moved in the pocket before. But during this offseason, no, not the offseason, during these playoffs, the guy's been moving in the pocket so well, and I'm thinking, I thought he had a broken foot. So I think something is not clear there, and I'm giving the edge to Pittsburgh.
Now, the Super Bowl is taking place in Dallas. Are you going to be there for the festivities?
I will be there. You know, I still live in Dallas, and it was strange. I always have to be there for different meetings and different things, but then I never go to the game. And so I will be there, you know, because there's a lot of players in the game that I played with, some of them. So I'll still be rooting them on, so I'll be there for a little bit.
Good. Well, hey, I thank you very much for your time, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So